Hello, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I know you all have been anticipating this, right? It's day 6 of the challenge. And as you know, as we do every day, I have to go out and share to my peeps because I'm never stingy with this goody good treats that I share during these sessions. So, as the audience builds here, I am going to share it out on my other platforms. In addition to that, today, actually, let me get that going now. Today, I want to share on Periscope as well. So let's hope this is going to work out, because this will be the first time that I shared on Periscope. So if you're on Periscope catching me, please be patient with me as I get this camera together. There we go. I think we on there. So I'm going to share on Facebook as well. And after I get these shares done, we are going to get started. And I have to remember to look up and down and all around. So Periscope friends, please just bear with me. I am so sorry that I have not engaged you in the previous 5 days. But hey, you're with us today. So, come on in, grab you a virtual seat, and we will get started here shortly. If you're tuning in, say hello, share this out, and like, love, thumbs up, all that good stuff. So stick with me. If you've been following the past or the previous 5 days, you know that I have to get everything situated, right? I got to make sure my peeps are getting this. So I definitely have to share this out to all of my platforms, my groups, my all that good stuff, because I love my peeps. I really do. Hey, Marlon. Thanks for joining again. Can't wait to hear what you think about today's topic. Thanks for the heart love on Periscope as well. And I think I'm almost there, guys. So just hold on one momento and we'll be ready to go as soon as I confirm that I did, in fact, share this in one last place. So if you're tuning in, as I stated, share this out. Make sure that you are letting the people know that you are tuned in, right? You tuned in to the 30-day challenge, the 30-day productivity challenge. And if you've been tuned in, you know that you're going to get some good stuff. So I'm just saying, if you're on, you just don't want to leave. Don't want to leave just yet. So who's out there? Okay, think I got it. And my Periscope people, they're so high up on my video, I feel like I'm having to adjust with all of that. So y'all, bear with me. Bear with me. My Facebook people, they used to me starting by now, but it's going to take me just another second or two so that I can give my Periscope people on the same level so I can see them together with you. So I got to get my utensils in order. So say hello if you're out there. I'm looking at these Periscope comments. We're just going to leave y'all up here for today, okay, Periscope? So y'all just have to bear with me today. Maybe we'll figure this out for the next however many days I have remaining. for my 30-day challenge because I got to get to it. I got peeps on Facebook that are waiting for me to get started. Periscope, I haven't been on in so long with you guys, but I wanted to make sure that I shared it out there as well, just in case you are interested and you want to catch me on Facebook. So today's principle, well, let me first introduce myself, especially now that I'm sharing on Periscope. I am Dr. Jatun Dorsey, and I am a life and business coach, a speaker, an author, and a corporate chick, a professor, and many other things. If you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you know that these things about me, right? So you also know that I'm doing this 30-day challenge, and you know that I'm gonna stick with it. I've committed to it, and that's how it's going down, right? We are on day 6, and just to give you a little bit more about me and exactly what I do, but more so what my passion is, just not what I do. But it is teaching parallelpreneurs how to, for one, successfully launch their business and skillfully manage their time so that they can fulfill all of the requirements and responsibilities at their day-to-day job, in addition to living out their passion. That's the main portion. Living out your passion, but in a stress-free zone, right? In a stress-free zone. That's what's all important right there. So hey, Latricia, thanks for joining. So we are on day 6, as I mentioned, right? So we are trucking right along here. So just for those who are just now tuning in, Periscope, I know this is your first time catching me as well. The first 5 topics were as follows. We talked about creating a capacity. Don't feel accomplished by mere intentions. Distractions are like contractions. Developing rituals. Closed mouths don't get fed was yesterday, right? And then today, do more than get it, keep it, right? So here's the thing. If you're just tuning in on either Periscope or Facebook, if you see me looking up and down, that's why, because I'm sharing this love with Periscope today as well, right? So I wanted to open up my platform there. I haven't recorded there in so long. Figured I would give them a taste of what's been going on Facebook. So hello, Periscope. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you who have, I see the heart love and the comments as well there. So thank you all for joining. So now, we know that the first 7 topics, so we have one more day. First 7 topics are all about shifting your mindset. And what's important about that is simply that we want to make sure that we have laid the foundation properly for us to be productive, right? It starts mentally. It starts in our minds. It starts where we have to change the way that we think of things, right? We have to reframe our negative thoughts. And then from there, we can conquer the world. So we want to overcome this negative self-chatter, this negative Nancy positions that we have for ourselves that we allow in our lives before we even go out the door and allow these other people that we call haters, right? That are already prepared to give us that challenge in life, right? So it's important for us to get our minds right so that we can approach life, approach people, approach things in a manner of which we can have a better perspective on it, be more positive about the overall anticipation of life in general. So that's why I wanted to, for one, do this 30-day challenge, is because I want to challenge you, not just me for this 30-day live videoing, but challenge you as well so that you can increase your productivity while maintaining peace of mind. Whew, I'm just saying, that's serious. So again, if you've been following, you know that these 30 principles are coming straight out of my book. I always have to get that right. Periscope, if you don't see it. Intentional living, right? 30 productivity principles to increase productivity while maintaining peace of mind. And I'm just telling you, these are some tried and true practical tips that you can implement immediately in your lives, right? Things that you can quickly apply and quickly see some results, right? So it takes you picking up the book, following me, listening to the lives, responding, letting me know if you have questions, if you get stuck, for you to move past stagnation. It's time for us to be more progressive, right? And not just busy. We want to be productive in life in general. So here's the thing. What you want to do is, once we get into action, because remember those first few of this section were mainly about laying the foundation, but then the last couple of days we got into truly getting into action. And that's the part I just really love, because oftentimes we get so distracted and so fearful, right, that we don't ever move into that action. So, hey, Kanisha, thanks for joining. Yes, please make sure you do order your copy, love. I will be sharing the link when I update the comments section once this video goes officially post after I'm done, as I have done for the past 6 days. Well, past 5 days. Today is the 6th day. So look out for that if you don't already have the link for anyone that is interested. So back to the topic. So principle 6, as I stated, is about not only getting it, but keeping it, right? So now you're starting to get into action and you've achieved that thing, whatever that goal is. So again, on Facebook, if you see me, and on Periscope, letting you both know I'm looking up and down because I have you both on live, right? I had to bring Periscope in there today just to see how that will work out. So we'll see if that will continue, right? So, you got to do more than get it. You got to keep it. So what do we do to keep it? What is it that we need to do? So it is whatever it is in your life, right? Whatever is that thing that you have worked to obtain, or that you're working to obtain. And also often it's easy for us to continuously grind to achieve a certain thing, but then the grind is completely different after you achieve it and you got to maintain it. But it also tells a lot about ourselves. For one, it tells us, okay, do we have the stamina to continue this thing that we have always wanted in life, right? Because typically when it's something that we want to achieve, we often do things that are abnormal for our typical character, right? So we'll go over and beyond, come hell or high water, we're going to achieve that thing. And it may be something that we're so excited about achieving that we completely forget about what it takes to maintain it until you get to that point that you have to maintain it. And then you wake up and you say, oh goodness, what did I sign up for? I didn't know all this was a part of the plan, right? So then you start to question things, even question the reason why you wanted to do it in the first place, which is why it's important to have your why and know your why before you even achieve or go after or not even waste time, spend the time achieving that thing. So get clear about exactly what it is that you want to achieve, right? Know what your why is, and your why has to be much bigger than you and much bigger than just making some money, right? Your why has to be something that drives your energy every day, every morning. You wake up and you're like, this is why I'm grinding, and this is why I'm going to continue to grind whenever I achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. So what are those things that you're going to do, right? So often we have to also remember, or one thing that we also have to remember is how we do one thing is typically how we do everything. So I'm going to say that one more time. How we do one thing is typically how we do everything. So, in other words, if you're at work and you're slacking, and then you think you're going to start a business and you're just going to have all this energy, no, you're probably going to slack in the business, right? You're going to probably slack in your relationship some kind of way. If you look at your trending habits across the different relationships you have, all the different involvements that you have, then you will identify a trend. For one, the trend is you, because you're the common denominator. You are the reason why these things are happening the way that they've happened, right? And everything that you've done up until now is what got you to now. So just keep that in mind as well. So as you progress towards and you look towards achieving different goals, think about the end game. Have the end plan or end result in mind before you even start, so you know exactly what direction you're going in. So if you're out there, I want to see some more hello, some heart love, some thumbs up. Let me know that you are tuned in. For Periscope. I am going to go ahead and end Periscope because it's giving me the blues looking up and down. I feel like I just can't concentrate. I got to get y'all situated on a lower platform next time, and then we'll be good to go. But for today, thanks for joining all of my Periscope peeps. Talk to you soon. Okay, so back to my Facebook people. So the topic today, again, is you've got to do more than get it. You must do something to keep it. So even if we talk about my experience with my doctoral program, that was 6 years ago that I completed my dissertation, right? And at that time, that research was relevant, right? At that time, those interviews were relevant for my dissertation. At that time, a lot of things were relevant for that moment. But if I were to pull out that dissertation now, although that information can be leveraged, things have changed on the topic, right? So what do I do to maintain my doctoral status. Yes, the letters remain behind my name, but what am I going to do to increase, maintain the credibility, right? What am I going to do to ensure that I'm constantly learning and growing, right? This is what I have to ensure that I'm doing. And the same with you as it goes with your goals, with your career, all the many things that we're involved in. What are we doing in order to keep it? Ask yourself, what are you doing? If you don't know, and if you can't, after you ask that question, you can't answer yourself, then figure out what it is that you need to do. You need to start doing in order to maintain, right? And I know that that becomes a challenge because we don't like to do the inner reflection, but that's important for us to be productive. It's important for us to be progressive, right? So in order to do that, make sure that you intentionally plan and assess and reassess yourself in the way that you're approaching life, business, love, all perspectives of life. So with that, I'm going to pause a moment and see if we have any questions, see some folks are out there. Not many have said hello to me. Y'all know what I say about that. You coming up in my house. I'm just saying. Be kind enough to at least say hello, because I have invited you into my virtual home on my virtual couch. And I've said hello. I've introduced myself. I've given you some juicy, good information that you can always use, that you can always share. So yeah, you can definitely say hello to me. Right? Okay, with that, I won't give you much more on Principle 6 because we have plenty more to go. As I always say, we have so many other topics of intentional living that we'll be going through over these next few days through the end of this month in preparation of 2018, because we do not wait until 2018 or any other new year before we actually get into action, right? We can talk about it all day long, but talking never gets it done. So what are we going to do in order to progress towards our goals or to achieve our goals? And goals can be anything, whatever it is for you, whatever aspect of life it is, love, life, business. I don't know. Whatever it is for you, you'll have to tell me or tell yourself if you just want to have that conversation with self. But we truly have to get honest with ourselves, because these New Year resolutions, this waiting, this fear, all of these things are keeping us back, held back from progressing, right? Distractions. We talked about that earlier this week. So all these things are some things that we need to be cautious of, right? And when we talk about intentional living, that's what that's all about. Being intentional, having a plan. And as I've mentioned before, just in case you're just now tuning in to me or with me today, having intention versus being intentional are different, right? To have intention means to have a plan. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have a plan. We all should have plans. But to be intentional means that you're in action. You're acting out that plan. You're putting work behind the plan. So that's what this is all about. Being intentional. That means that's a habit of yours, right? That's your human nature. You don't know anything different than being. So be intentional. That's what I want you to progress towards. So before I close out, I got to talk about all the juicy stuff that I got to keep you abreast to, that I want you to participate in, that I want you to, let me know if you enjoy, if you like it, you love it. I just want to hear back from you, okay? So as a closeout statement for this topic, though, I just want you to make sure that you're not a one-hit wonder. That's what I should have called this principle, though. One-hit wonder. You don't want to be that. Okay, so just how those singers, rappers, whomever, when they come out with this, as they would say, drop, a hot album or a record, right? Maybe just one track. And it's going platinum and gold and winning all these awards, right? Then the next thing you know, it's just like this person just falls out. This person or group just falls off the face of the universe, right? And you're wondering whatever happened to. And that you don't want that to be you, right? When it comes to business or even your career, you may have the opportunity to take on a major project, right? You take on the project and you kill it. You kill it, right? So everyone's raving about your performance, giving you all these accolades, and then that's the last project you show up and show out on. So everybody's wondering what happened, what was different, what changed, right? And you should be wondering that too if you're doing that. So that goes with love, life, and business. Anything that we are involved in, anything that we commit to, you want to show up in the best manner and as your best self. And that's the only way that we can do it. That's self-reflection, reassessing ourselves constantly, right? Being consistent and grinding, not just to get it, but grinding to keep it. Okay. So now to my closeout items. I know I said that once or twice, and I do that every time, and I say that every time, but when something comes to mind, I just got to share it with you because I want to make sure that you get all of what I am wanting to give to you, because I hope it's helpful. And I see Kanisha said that it is, so I love, love, love that feedback. Thank you, love. So since we're talking about intentional living, my book, as I mentioned earlier, these are practical tips, tried and true tips, right? And I'm using a ghetto a ghetto bookmark, so y'all forgive all that. But talking about the book that I'm leveraging, the book that I wrote earlier this year, that was released earlier this year, although I share practical tips within that book, I also have a book that's going to be released in 2018, early 2018, February-ish. And I have some awesome co-authors that have joined me on the book, right? And in that book, although in my current book, you're getting practical tips on how to increase your productivity, in that anthology or the book collaboration with some other beautiful, amazing co-authors, they are going to share some lived experiences, right? So we went from showing you some practical tips on how to increase your productivity and maintain your peace of mind to now, let me tell you how I did it, right? Let me tell you what challenges I had in my life in order for me to get to where I am, and what I had to do to become intentional in my life in order to overcome those challenges and maintain my peace of mind. So look out for that information. It is coming out very soon. So I just want to keep pushing that and letting you know, because, we often forget. So I'm going to drop these friendly reminders on the videos. And then we have the Date with the Dorseys. That's the podcast with my husband and I. And we share that out once a week. So make sure that you're catching that. I usually post the links once a week on Mondays. So if you catch that, I'm sure you will enjoy that as well. Make sure that you share that out. And we will have a contest coming up for an actual date with the Dorseys really soon. So keep tuning into that so you can hear more and more and more about the Date with the Dorseys. And what else? Oh, the survey. So yet another opportunity for you to win. I know we all like to win. We all love free stuff, right? But you know how they say not everything free is good? Well, in this case, this free is good. Okay, two goods. So the survey, I'll also share the link for that as I have in the past videos. If you didn't catch that on the previous, you'll catch it on today's once I post this out. So for the survey, I'm just requesting your feedback, right? It won't take you much time out of your busy schedule. It's only about 4 or 5 questions. Take you less than 5 minutes, right? Once you do that, I'm going to do a random drawing for a winner to receive a copy of 2 of my books, an autographed copy, of course, and you will get it signed, sealed, and delivered from me. And all it takes is you to answer a couple questions. I just want to make sure that I am appropriately and sufficiently serving you as I continue to do live videos, as I continue to coach and speak, right? So if you're tuning in, if you are following me, and have any connection with me, right? I look forward to you giving me that feedback on the survey and wishing you luck with winning the prize. So I'll be determining the winner by the end of this month, maybe the beginning of January, depending on how all this goes. But it will be in the coming weeks. So if you could get that done rather quickly so that you don't miss out, that would be awesome. Other thing, online course, the Intentional Living Institute. Make sure that you click that link as well. I'll be including that on the video. Make sure you click that. Only $5 a month. Now, what kind of coaching can you get for $5? Not too much, but you are going to be pleasantly surprised, and you are going to get exactly what you need out of this coaching, right? And it's self-paced, right? So some of you may say, well, I don't know if I can afford a coach. I don't know if I have time for a coach. Well, these online modules will be perfect for you because, again, it's self-paced. So you don't have to set aside time necessarily at a particular time every day, but you can just do it whenever it's convenient for you, right? And 2, it's affordable. And guess what? For 3, this price won't last long. I'm just doing that while I'm doing this live, which is the 30-day challenge, and we are on day 6 if you're just tuning in. So you don't want to miss out on that. So if you don't catch that, the price will be increasing back to its normal price after these 30 days of the productivity challenge. So make sure you share that out. Make sure you click on the links and grab your seat in the online training. And it's you can cancel it at any time if you decide that it's not working for you, or you don't have the time to commit to it. So please check it out. And then I think that is pretty much all that I wanted to give you. I had to look at my list. Y'all know I get off track because I start talking about everything and forget all the main points that I wanted to make. So I hope that you enjoyed yet another productivity challenge, day 6, principle number 6, where we talked about you've got to do more than get it. You've got to do what it takes to keep it. So I hope this helped you. I hope this inspired you. And more than inspiration, I hope that it encouraged you to move, to do something, to get into action, into consistent action towards achieving your goals so that we can go into 2018 with a brand new way of life, right? Not waiting until 2018, but going into, because now's the time. No perfect time. Just make the moment that you currently have perfect, right? So again, this is Dr. Jatun Dorsey. No, thank you, Kanisha. And did I say your name wrong earlier? I hope I didn't, because I'm just reading and I'm like, I'm putting it together. I may have said it wrong. But anyway, thank you, sis. Thank you for joining. And I just appreciate all of you for tuning in, for sticking with me. For day 6 already. We're already at day 6. So tomorrow would have made a week. Ain't God good? So we will be continuing this thing tomorrow, day 7. That is going to be the final principle for shifting your mindset, right? So after that, so I can give you a little sneak peek so you can kind of get excited and ready for it. Don't fail to plan is the next section after shifting your mindset. So we have 6 principles in that section of don't fail to plan. So I can't wait to get into that. I can't wait to continue this and wrap this up because I know that it is beneficial to you, because it's even helping me. I got to remind myself sometimes, even though I wrote the book, right? I keep one on deck all the time, in my bag, in my car, wherever. I got to keep it on deck. So with that, guys, I'm really going to close it out. Thank you again for joining, and I am wishing you yet an awesome rest of your day. Bye for now.